Alright, Anna,
Yes, I'm here.
our music is done. Do you know what this
Woohoo!
means?
I think I do.
This means we're about to bring on the living Tombstone.
Yay!
Say what?
Say what?
Oh my goodness, guys, living Tombstone time.
Fangirling time.
Oh god. I'm going to try really hard not to fangirl, and I try this every week. Oh god. As you can see in my artwork,
you
fangirl.
you fangirl a lot, but it's cool because fangirling is fun.
Fangirling is just simply the way of life.
It's a lifestyle.
Alrighty, we're about to bring him on here.
Yay!
Alright, give me just a moment.
And here I am.
Yay!
Hi!
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Good, how are you?
Good. I haven't slept at all. Oh my god.
I'm so sorry.
I know that feeling.
Yeah. Well, it's not. That's fine. It's just that again, today is gonna be the day the freaking remix album is done. So, which is why I decided to not waste any sleep on it. I mean, it's kind of like the final stretch. Like before you hit the final mark, you need to pick up the pace and sprint to the finish line. Something like that.
Definitely, and everyone's so excited to hear it.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
I am excited. So yeah, what's up?
Not much, just about to interview you. What's up with you?
No big deal.
Oh jeez, I didn't know.
I thought it was gonna be a surprise. Was that okay?
No, I didn't have the time. I'm sorry.
Oh darn. Oh well, guys, that's it. No.
Sorry.
All right.
So yeah, so what are some of your hobbies outside of, making and remixing music?
I don't know, playing video games a lot. It's kind of like I'm a big, kind of like, how should I say this? I mean, I don't necessarily just play video games. I can say that I'm like most people who like many kinds of things. It's kind of like either watching movies or watching TV shows, animes, whatnot, everything that's good. I'm pretty open-minded to this kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, recently I actually started to be an avid fan of vinyl records. I actually started to collect them and stuff because I'm kind of like I'm really loving the sound that they make, the sound, that the playback and everything. It's really good quality, so started to collect them.
Yeah, I
Oh,
love
that's really
that.
neat.
It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right. When and how do you first get into creating and remixing music?
Uh, I don't know. It was about like 6-7 years ago, I guess. I don't know. It was when I discovered how to make music with FL Studio that I decided to go on about ideas that I had in mind that I tried to create and to replicate other artists at the time, and that kind of like led me to remix them because I kind of like wanted to try to, as an artist, if you want to improve and you want to try, you need to replicate stuff that you already see or hear. So it's kind of like if you have an artist that you love, so it's kind of like remixing them is one way to understand how they make their music. So I guess it's kind of like how I got started, and it's kind of like it started as a hobby for a long time, and then Bronies became really suddenly it became serious, and that's kind of like overwhelming and daunting, and sometimes interesting at the same time because it's only dwelling into like deep waters, and it's been an interesting experience for me until now.
Yeah, definitely. Like, when did you end up joining the fandom of Bronies?
A year ago, I think it was when the first season aired. It was like 2 years ago from now.
Oh my
Damn,
goodness.
it's like 2 years ago. I feel
I'm trying to think. I think it's been like a year and a half for me. No, it's okay. Like, when did it originally air?
I think year and a half. Never mind. We're not going to be like specific about that. So yeah, a year and a half, and basically I watched it because of me and my sister. We always go around forums and stuff, and I remember it was when people started to post image macros of ponies and stuff, and I was like really loving the way they were drawn, but I was not understanding why people was posting them though. So I decided to just pick up the first, second episodes and see for myself why is it people going crazy over it, and then I realized that the show is just a good show and it's fun to watch, and I would just watch the entire first season when it was still airing, and back then I was just a fan. Up until I made a remix of Winter Wrap Up because of Alex S. It was when I realized that there is a big fandom out there that really looks for people who make really good music based on the show, and that's when I came into the Brony fandom basically.
Okay, like how did you know Alex X originally?
I don't know. It was. It's interesting that he became really, really famous in the beginning when he made the Nyan Cat remix. He somehow managed to get so many views from that, and that's how I got to meet him. And I was so impressed because it was like he's just a YouTuber who made dubstep music, and I was like, back then it was something. Seeing someone make dubstep was something really special. Now everyone can make dubstep in like 3 seconds,
Though, but
which
you
is
make
sad.
really good dubstep.
I
Yeah,
don't
for
know.
sure.
I'll talk about the whole idea of me making dubstep later. Anyway, so he and I we both made Nyan Cat remixes, so it's kind of like it became like a point of to talk about because he saw that I also made that remix, and we talked and everything. He saw that I was doing music that he liked, and I liked his music, so he just explained to me that he's now part of the Brony fandom, and he advised me to maybe try to make a remix of Winter Wrap Up, and it was like, okay, I should try this. And that remix led me to see that there's a big audience for this thing, and because I got so many views from that remix, and from there I basically learned more about the fandom, more about the musicians that are in the fandom, and the many people. It's been crazy,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
a
Mhm.
dedicated fandom.
Very dedicated.
Yes. So, what was your initial opinion of the Bronies when you first joined the fandom?
I was really it was interesting that uh, how should I say this? It's kind of like Brony to begin with seemed like people like most people like niche stuff like animes and movies and TV shows and stuff like that. That we have like a general like people have a general terms of liking like almost as geeks have that kind of like.
Oh yeah.
It was like in the very beginning that people were kind of like okay with it, and even not only sarcastically liking the show is it's also because it's a good show for once. But I guess if we're talking bronies now and comparing them to bronies then, I guess that bronies now because it's so saturated, like oversaturated with so many people, kinds of people in the fandom that there's like people that are watching the show because they enjoy it, but enjoy the fandom, and some that just gonna like take it, in my opinion, way too seriously, and that kind of like destroys the fandom a bit, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, has your opinion really changed since you joined the fandom and have been talking to people from the fandom?
Yes and no. I mean, again, I still love the fandom because, again, there's people that I would have never imagined, meeting them if it wasn't for the fandom. If it wasn't for all the people that I met, some professionals, some really talented people that I would never imagine me listening to what they did. Thanks to it, it's something that I really appreciate, and I respect the fandom for being there to be the place that gives people a chance to maybe show their talent a bit. But I guess that it kind of like changes because again you need to see that it's no longer a small group of people that like your show. Now it's a big, 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 big fandom. Many,
Yeah,
many.
I was blown away when I really started. I mean, I knew about the Bronies, but I had no idea how serious and big the whole community was and how amazing everyone was. So that really took me by surprise when I first started talking to all of them.
No, I mean again, like really nice people. I mean bronies from all the fandoms that I know. I mean, there's many fandoms that are nice. I mean, fandoms in general are nice people, but sometimes they. I mean, again, it's kind of like in any other fandom that if you try to dwell into it and everyone can like how should I say this? It's kind of like you have to be either really dedicated to show that you're a true brony or something, or to be just a guy who just enjoys the show. And it's kind of like sometimes annoying. I don't know. In my opinion, that's kind of like how fandoms in general work anyway. So
Yeah. Definitely.
I noticed that a lot with like the Doctor Who fandom too.
Yeah,
My
Doctor Who fandom is funny. They're just controlling over Tumblr basically.
oh my gosh.
They're just
People,
like all the time on Tumblr. I mean, again, I want to watch the ninth season. No, like the last 3 4 seasons. I haven't watched them yet, but I
Mhm.
always see gifs of it, and I always kind of like enjoy watching those gifs in
yeah.
They're
on
Yeah.
so
Tumblr.
entertaining.
Yes, Whovians, my people.
Hoovians, yeah, crazy people. So yeah.
Interesting.
Is there like I guess is there like a musician in the fandom that you kind of look up to and you kind of they're kind of like your favorite or I don't know.
There's many. I don't know. There's like many people that in all different genres of music that they all make great music.
Mhm.
Some people I talk to them until now. Some people I kind of wish that I still have the same connection with them because there's a lot of Brony musicians that just left the fandom. So it's kind of like trying to regain connection with them is hard, and I'm kind of sometimes kind of sad because I had good connection with some of them. But I guess that I think Wooden Toaster is like the musician that I'm most looking up to because he's besides that he's a good friend, he's a musician that sometimes I'm jealous of how he's so well received. Like in terms of he makes always quality music, and you can hear that um, he takes the time to make music. He's a true perfectionist, and that shows in his music. And I get that, and he's really talented in what he does. So
Yeah,
I guess that
yeah.
for me, he's something that I look up to. That's something that I should aspire to be like him because I want to also take the time to make songs and not to rush them too much. Sometimes I do that, and that's bad.
So, do you have any favorite musicians outside of the fandom? Other people you kind of look up to? Other artists?
More like bands. I started to listen to more like to rock music than other stuff. I guess if from EDM artists, I guess Infected Mushroom because they're
Yes.
local, they're Israelis, so it's kind of like I met them before I actually got to talk to them, and
Wow.
they're really really awesome people. It was really funny and like talking to them because they seem to know many things that I know, and I felt like that there's the big disconnect. There's also, as I said, bands. I
Mhm.
like System of a Down. Somebody mentioned in the chat.
I
I
love
like.
System of a Down.
I mean, they're a great progressive band, and I love how crazy they are in terms of like lyrics and stuff, and that they still seem to convey a lot of many of their political messages and whatnot. It's really cool, I think. So
That's
yeah, so rock music, EDM artists. I don't know. I don't have any specifics. Again, I'm very open when it comes to listening to music. I mean, I don't have a specific
Like,
artists that I look up to.
mhm. Do you like a specific sound that you like? Like, I guess like a
Um,
genre or.
I've been always since even before I joined the fandom, I was pretty much into rock music, and which is by the way, you guys asked me about that I make dubstep and stuff, and I actually wanted to say that after the remix album, I'm taking a break from making dubstep music, EDM music in general, because
Mhm.
I want to try to get my hands dirty on rock music again because I feel that it's something I've been doing for so long and that I kind of left it behind because of how much people wanted to listen to dubstep music. So
yeah.
because I hear that dubstep is kind of like annoying, so I feel that it's about time that I move to again. I mean, I love dubstep, but I don't
After
know. It's kind of like
you listen
straining.
to a lot of it.
I don't know. I don't like. I don't know. I get bored of dubstep now, so I want to get my hands on rock music now.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Cool.
did you end up like accidentally linking me to like a rock thing of yours or
Yeah, that was a mistake. Don't play it.
I'm
What happened
sorry.
is that I'm working with another person. I don't remember what I sent you, but I
Uh-huh.
think it was something original that I made. I don't remember what it was. But it's like a big collaboration that I do with somebody else, and I by mistake for some reason sent it to Emily, and I was like,
I'm so
what am I
sorry.
doing?
I'm so sorry. It was actually funny.
That's fine. It's my fault because I was probably tired that day too.
Yeah, I was actually on Skype with Acoustic Brony and I'm like, this is really strange. Tombstone just like linked me to some like rock song that he made, and he's like, oh, I think he might have meant that to send that to me, and I'm like, I don't know, I'm so confused. But it sounds
Yeah, I
really
think.
neat.
So yeah. So yeah. Basically, yeah. So that's. I don't have much to say.
Well, so like, where do you find like your muse? Like, what influences you to create your songs in your, different creations?
I'm inspired by my childhood music because again they're full of melodies that are like really uh that's kind of like inspire me. Those are melodies that I always remember up until these days. It kind of inspires me to think of melodies that are addicting, that they are really easy to remember because it's really important to get the audience to listen to the melody and kind of like love for how it sounds and everything and how it reminds them of good old childhood nostalgia.
Yeah.
Oh
I-
yeah.
So I think that's like my biggest inspiration because if they managed to do that to me up until now, then I'm pretty sure that I can do that too. So
Like, what kind
Yeah.
of music did you listen to when you were a kid?
I don't know. I don't remember exactly. Again, I was a '90s kid, so I guess I was in front of the TV screen or like always watching MTV. So
Back when it was actually music.
Oh my goodness.
well again, it's kind of like TV has died, so now the internet
Yep.
the internet lives.
The
Because
internet.
nobody watches TV anymore, so MTV has to resort to stupid shows that nobody wants to watch anymore.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, like what's on MTV now? Like Snooki and JWoww.
Yeah, like 1,000 Jersey Shore.
I don't know.
spin-offs,
Sometimes I have to
teen
admit,
stuff.
sometimes I actually, when I get really bored, I actually watch that show just for the fun of it. And there,
I watch reruns of Parental Control on MTV. I love that show when I'm bored. It's
I don't know.
great.
I'm just watching it. Sometimes it's fun.
Yeah,
I just like to like kind of make fun of the way they talk.
it's great.
I know it's so bad of me. I'm sorry, but like when I hear like it's Snooki or whatever, and like her husband, and they're like raising a kid, and oh
It's like Snooki has a child now. Let's just all take a minute to let that sink in.
but yeah. Anywho, yeah. Did you like Pokemon when you're young? I know it's like not pony related at all, but I was kind of curious.
Yeah, I did like Pokemon back then. Big fan of the games, and in fact, I have actually on my phone, I have like an emulator that I play Pokemon on.
I have one on my
Like
laptop.
the old games. I actually prefer the old ones just because they're the ones I'm familiar with. The newer ones, I'm kind of like it's not like I don't like them, it's just that I'm not familiar with them. I don't know, so I'm kind of like want to get used to the games that I know at least.
Yeah, no, exactly. I checked
Changed a
out.
lot.
I checked out after like the second generation.
Yeah, they've
Yeah, it's
definitely.
kind of like you start to not understand like what kind of Pokemon they're supposed to catch, if they're good or not.
Yeah, like, well, if you look at the Pokemon now, like, what are they doing? Like, it's like they're taking inanimate objects. and
They
giving
are.
them-
There's one that comes off of trash and a light bulb, like a chandelier. Like that's just kind of weird. They need to stop making new Pokemon.
There's one that's supposed to be. I think it looks like an ice cream cone.
Yeah, there's one that is actually based off of an ice cream cone.
What is my life?
There's too much Pokemon to catch now. I don't want to catch them all anymore. I'm sorry.
I can handle 151, but I can't handle 600.
I don't want to catch them all.
And we're tired.
I can only
Yeah, I'm
fit,
too old
like...
for this.
Yeah, someone, I think it was like a few days ago at work, this little kid had Pokemon cards, and the back of the cards looked just like they used to. And I got all excited, and I went up to the kid like, oh my gosh, what Pokemon cards do you have? And he's like, oh yeah, and he showed them all to me, and I didn't know a single one of them.
Yep.
I was so sad.
I
I was like, oh. And I said, back in my day, they only had 3 Eevee evolutions, and he like gave me a weird look, like, yeah, okay, whatever. I just went ahead and cried in the bathroom for an hour. No, I'm kidding.
Did you guys see the new evolution? The new one that they're.
No, I don't follow.
Yeah, I haven't paid attention.
It's not. It's just, well, the weird thing is they only came out with 1 instead of 2. You know, it's usually pairs. So I'm not quite sure what to think. I'm sticking to. I can handle it to like Espeon. You know. Other than that, I kind of checked out.
I'm just gonna keep playing Pokemon Red because it's got all the originals.
I know.
Anywho, sorry about that. We got distracted with Pokemon.
Off track.
Pokemon. Um,
Yeah, sidetrack.
so I'm trying to think. Do you have any future conventions that you're planning on attending?
Yeah, I'm going to BronyCon, and I'm
Huh?
going to Buck in Manchester, United Kingdom.
Oh, Buck. Okay.
Yeah.
Very neat. I want to go to an out of country convention. But are you excited for BronyCon?
Yes and no. I don't know. Again, after the man, it's kind of like ever since after the remix album, it's kind of like I'm trying to figure out what I want to do after all this. So it's kind of like I want to try to branch up and make songs not just about Malta Pony, but about many things. So it's kind of like branching up to many sorts of people. So it's kind
Mhm.
of like again, I'm not just I might be just saying this, but BronyCon might be uh, after BronyCon is Buck, so Buck might be the last Brony convention that I'll ever be in, I think.
Another reason I should go.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
again, it's kind of like it's not because it's kind of like it feels that I don't know what I'm doing anymore in this fandom. It feels like I have the remix album to release. It's gonna be great, but after that, I don't have that many ideas. So it's kind of like I'm going to BronyCon because I essentially just want to go and meet friends, to meet all the people that I met in the fandom in the first place. So that's kind of like why I go to BronyCon essentially.
Yeah, same. You just want to meet all your friends that you end up meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but essentially they still want you to be interviewed and stuff. So yeah.
I'm sorry, and now I'm feeling really guilty because I'm sitting here interviewing you.
No. What I'm saying is that there's part of you that you go for meeting friends, but at the same time it's kind of like, well, you're in BronyCon, you're pretty involved in this, so why not?
Mhm. Well, I'm gonna be at BronyCon too, so I want to meet you.
Yeah, it'll be great. It'll be fun. I'll meet many people there. We'll meet many people together.
Yay!
Oh,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh. Yeah. So is it okay? I'm not gonna. I don't have to act shy and stuff because I do that a lot.
Mhm.
Because
Right.
I
Shy.
before the show I was talking to Acoustic Brony like I'm scared to talk to people and I'm shy sometimes.
Aw.
But anyways,
Happens to the best of us.
are you shy at all?
Not really. I don't know. It's not like I'm loud. It's just that I'm more like if I don't know the person, there's no point in starting a conversation with them. So it's
Agreed.
like unless I don't have a reason to, then it's best to leave them behind and stare.
Stare. Oh gosh.
Stare really, menacingly is just creep him out. Stare.
Oh
Just
my
study
god.
them from afar.
Yeah, and like
Yeah,
it'll
just
kind of scare
open
them.
open your eyelids just like really wide open, just like
I know,
Oh
I
my
just want to
gosh.
go to a con and just people watch. As creepy as it sounds really fun to me.
That sounds really. What?
People watch.
I'm
You've never
sorry.
just watched?
I don't know. I mean, when it comes to conventions, like I don't know, it's interesting because last BronyCon was. I mean, again, if you're speaking about a convention, I remember I was, many of the people that came to BronyCon were like really nice people. Despite of like one or two that were like really creepy in the sense that one of them even disturbed me.
What happened?
I don't know. This was by the way a girl. I don't know who she was, but
Hmm.
she wanted me to be included in her fanfic or something. I'm
Oh
telling you,
god.
it's like it's real. She was shaking. She was like really
I
excited to meet me and stuff, and she was like, "Hey, can you sign me in my fanfic?" And I was like, I didn't want to be mean. It was like I didn't do anything. So what I'm saying is, since BronyCon this year is going to be even bigger in terms of people coming, so I don't know if maybe the numbers of creepy people
Oh
will
gosh.
multiply.
You'll have like 5 creepy girls coming and asking you to stand their fanfics.
I
You have an
am
entourage of creepers.
I I, I will get by my help of my friends, hopefully.
Oh, look at the time. Sorry, I gotta go with Alex or something,
Yeah.
some whoever, and you need to like have some kind of signal to like when someone's like freaking you out or something.
Yeah, like tug on your ear.
Yeah, like do like a little tug on your ear or like I don't know, blink 3 times, and then someone will come to you rescue. Like, hey,
It's like being on a bad date.
what?
Like being on a bad date. You haven't done that?
No.
Have you ever been on a bad date before?
I don't
Have you
know.
ever been on a date?
Yes, I've been on a date.
Oh, let's just turn this on Emily now.
Gosh, been on plenty of dates. Gosh. Okay. Anyways,
Yeah, let's just go into specifics.
Let's go into. Let's talk about Emily's love life now, you guys. Let's get to the real stuff.
it's all about Carlos, guys.
Oh.
Duh.
Ah.
The screaming pony.
Mm.
Sorry.
So yeah, I have one more last message before we shut down things again. Then.
Yeah.
So as I said, the album is almost done, and as you can see, I haven't slept at all, so I can finally finish it and have it released by Thursday. So I want you guys not to, in particular, to buy the album. I want you guys to actually download the torrent and listen to it for yourself. If you don't enjoy the album, don't buy it. But if you do enjoy the album and you want to support me, buy the album. You'll get extra stuff. So feel free to listen to the album. You can listen to the entire thing on Bandcamp. I'll try to manage to put it on Last.fm and Spotify, hopefully. So you guys have a chance to listen to it before you buy it.
Yay, that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you guys should definitely do that.
Yes.
I'm so excited to hear this, actually.
Someone said my
No,
wall.
I mean, it's an interesting album. Again, there's many tracks that I'm not completely satisfied with, but because I had no idea how to remix certain tracks, I kind of felt that, well, it's the best I could. For example, Friendship is one of those remixes that I wasn't really proud with. I felt that it was more rushed than anything, but it was still a remix that I'm glad it's in, but it's not something that I would be proud of, really.
Do you have like a track? I don't know if you're allowed to really name too much on it, but do you have like your favorite track that you're allowed to name?
No, I mean all the tracks on the A lists are already there, so people know which remixes I did. I mean, no, but it's the thing, like they haven't heard the rest of the album yet. So, my favorite by far from the entire album could be my remix of Luna by Your Beat Brony,
Okay.
and for a really good reason because it's because the remix that got me really popular was Discord. So I kind of like felt that if I do a remix of Luna, I need to top off Discord. I need to do something better. And, I mean, again, it's a challenge and it's something I really wanted to do. And I don't intend Luna to be as famous as Discord. It's not about being famous. It's just about, it's kind of like I made Discord. I want a better remix than Discord. So
No, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
so
just
it
challenge
the
yourself.
remix in for the first time, like I made a remix in style of rock, basically. Like I essentially recorded guitars and everything. I did everything by myself on this track, besides the vocals that Urbeat Brony did himself really great. So yeah.
All right. Well, you guys should definitely go download and buy that album because
5th of April.
which day is it?
April 25th, which is this very Thursday.
Guys,
It's Thursday.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay, so it's just 4 days away.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys should definitely go get a listen to it, buy it if you want more perks. It's gonna sound amazing. I'm already like really looking forward to it. And people in the chatty box say my wallet is ready.
My wallet is ready.
We're gonna open up questions really quickly to chatty box. If you guys have any like last minute questions, we'll throw it in right now. Like we just like to kind of give them an opportunity just in case.
What Erica do you really like to own? Cliff M85. Well, nothing in particular. I don't know. I guess vinyl records that are essentially either good music or really old music that I could maybe sample and try to create something really cool with the vinyl because I can record it directly to PC. Favorite band as a kid? Smash Mouth.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
How's your life? as a
Emily, you got a question?
I did?
Yeah, Emily, will you be attending Fiesta something?
Oh, Fiesta Equestria?
Yeah.
I'm not sure yet. I'll have to look into it. When is it? Do you just want to? Wait, it's during. I already announced this earlier. I feel dumb.
You
It's
did.
it's in July, isn't it? Or no, maybe it's not. I don't know.
28th through the 30th.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Or 28th through the 30th. Sandra.
I usually. Oh my gosh, Sandra. Usually, when I decide whether I want to go to a convention or not, if it's like a smaller convention, I'll decide at the very last minute. I believe that's in Texas, so maybe? Especially if Hey Ocean's gonna be there. Sorry about that. So, do we have any more questions for the Living Tombstone?
I'll skim through many of this. Felix asked twice if I like Muse. Yes, I adore Muse. I have the vinyl record of Origin of Symmetry. I think my favorite album by Muse. Again, I feel like a hipster because it's the album before they became popular. So, but no, it's a really good album. I think it's my favorite one. How did you come up with your OC? I don't know. Basically, it's me and a good artist friend that I met when I first started. All right, I forgot his name. I feel so bad. Hellhoof, yeah, Hellhoof, and he approached me and everything. So I asked him maybe he can make me an OC because I wanted to show that I'm part of the fandom. So I just advised him that he should make it with the same colors as the Tombstone avatar, and I advised the colors blue and red. He made the rest of it, and he's a fantastic artist. So it's all credits to him for the OC. No. What else? Favorite pony, rarity. I will not go into details now. Dear Tombstone, will it be focusing on original music now? Yes, I will. I will focus on original music because I have so many great ideas that I want to try out, because it's about time that I move out from remixes so much because I'm sick of the remix album by now. In terms that I worked on it so much, so yeah. More original rock. Yeah, original rock is going to be prominent now. What type of music are you making is different? As I said, rock music is going to be my main focus now. How long have you been singing? Yeah, I'm sorry. I've been singing. I don't know. I've been singing for a long time, but I guess that my first songs that I published in the fandom aren't as good. They don't really. I'm not really that much of a good singer. I guess I learned how to record vocals better, how to sing much clearer and stuff, and being famous and being popular. And I think it's up to the person. It doesn't always happen. Because again, I could be famous now, but in 2 years from now or a year from now, I'm not going to be well known anymore. So I guess the only thing you can aspire as a musician is to only aspire for getting experience out of it. So if you become famous, try to leech as much from it as much as you can, because then you're not going to get this chance again.
Yeah.
Get the experience because it's live, real experience, and then when it dies down, you can say, hey, at least I played with the people I liked and stuff, and that's it.
Definitely. That's well said, and I completely agree.
Yeah.
Someone asked if they can kiss you.
Oh.
On the cheek.
How cute.
How cute.
Why am I so in love with you? What, really, guys?
Wait, with who? Is it? Wait.
Yeah,
it could be any of us then.
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe he's in love with all of us in the same time.
Triangle.
So.
Love triangle.
Love triangle. Now we have to fight and to the death.
This is happening.
This is
Tombstone, favorite television show besides ponies? No. I actually watched the anime Psychopaths now. It's a really good anime.
Psychopath?
Psychopaths. It's a show about I only started, so there's many things I don't know. So it's about a bunch of detectives that like in the future they actually manage to link to their like psychosomatic abilities to other people. So if somebody's about to commit the crime, they can track him down before he's going to commit it. So which is kind of interesting. It's more like one of those serious more animes than ever. So yeah.
I love
so,
it.
Me too.
What animes do you watch?
Shakugan Ashana. I'm trying to think. Besides the Pandora Hearts, Haruhi Suzumiya, Lucky Star.
Lucky Star is funny.
I love Lucky Star. It's so random.
People should watch Nishijo. Milky Holmes is also funny. Madoka Magica, I heard many stories that it's a show that starts really nice, but then it gets to the worst and something really, really bad happens. Guys in the chat, don't spoil it for me. Shut up. So
Yeah, that's kind of reminds me of Higurashi. It's called like When They Cry. It starts out really happy and stuff, and it gets really, really ugly in the end. Really ugly.
Kind of like Evangelion, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh god, what?
Evangelion, it starts like a mecha anime and then it ends with what's his name? Well, I forgot. Like the creator of the show decided to just screw with everyone with the show towards the end. He decides to make it all sad and stuff. Never mind. I don't want to get into details
Oh,
again.
no. Anyways, let's see. Any last minute questions? We're gonna take just one or two more because we don't want to keep you rushing through the chatty box.
Azumangadeo is great. I love Azumangadeo. It's a great show. People should watch it too. Axel Saga is also really good. Favorite color?
Really?
Orange.
Orange?
Yeah. Felix, do you love me, Tombstone? I am sorry, but I don't know you, so...
Oh. That's awkward. No
Yeah.
love.
Favorite thing to set fire to? The rain.
Yay!
Okay, and we're gonna cut it off. But I've got one last question, like really quickly. Do you plan on doing any collabs with anyone soon?
Yes, Sim Christina is someone that I actually finished writing lyrics for and just need to record stuff. There's collaboration with Shady Vox and Noah King, actually going to do a song with them as a follow-up to Vinyl Neon, the short that I uploaded. What else? There's a big collab with Mendo Pony, Acoustic Brony, and Anneli Heed, the voice actor for Spitfire in the Swedish version, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
So we're all going to make a song together as well, and a collab with them and the Pony. And there's many more collabs on the go that I actually held back. I think that I should start on finishing. So it's about time. Remix album is done. Let's do them.
Let's get started.
Yeah, let's punch some bricks. Let's do it.
What? No.
I'm just saying, like, as a metaphor to like, let's do it. Let's power it up. Let's do it.
Power up. No, I
Yeah.
understand. Yeah.
Go hardcore.
I'm gonna tell everyone about the collab that we're gonna do. Well, it's not just you and me. You remember the collab that we're gonna do?
Hmm?
It's gonna be with you, me, Carlo, or Solrak. Sorry, I'm gonna stop using regular names. Solrak, Monty, Galaxy Art. We're doing like
That's a lot of...
the cutie mark. ...
Oh yeah, that. Okay, I remember now. But yeah, we should raise this up again because I kind of forgot about this collab.
Oh no, I understand. Our chat went kind of quiet for a long time, but
Yeah, we need to shout at them and say, hey, we need to do this.
we gotta get that started. I got my part done because I have your cutie mark.
Oh yeah, because it's easy to make music, not to animate. I see.
What? No, the lyrics I have were expressing how difficult it was.
Okay.
I'll share
At least
them.
you did it.
I'll show them to you after the show.
All right.
So yeah, that's gonna be like another collab. But anyways, we're gonna cut it off here. It was really nice talking to you.
Yes.
I want to give a shout out to the 2007 Excalibur 2007. Great buddy. I love you.
Oh,
Hearts.
hearts,
Aw,
hearts.
hearts.
You see, I call favorites. I have people that I know.
Aw,
Sorry.
I want some hearts.
No.
Hearts.
Hearts, hearts.
Anywho, well, thank you so much for being on here. It was really nice having
Hey.
you.
Yeah, it was fun.
Alright, well, do you want to say goodbye to the chatty box?
No. You get stuck. You can go to hell. Die.
Goodbyes are too hard.
Yeah, I cannot.
You can't bear the thought.
It's too much for me anyway, guys. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, chatty box.